Hello ladies, and welcome to my little world of spies. This is going to be a junk journal kit available on my Etsy shop, but in the meantime in the group I thought it would be fun to make a tag, a couple of tags maybe, and a little book or a junk journal together, but you can do your own thing. So there are several pages, and when you've got all the pages you might end up with something like this, which is a little spy booklet complete with passport. There's inside secret messages with fingerprints. There is a little belly band there. Emergency sticker, there's going to be some words. A clock. Some binoculars maybe. A picture of the spy himself or herself. The passport is pink, so it could be a female spy in disguise. Some tags. A target, which has obviously made its mark, and this is just a little tuck spot here at the back. So I'm giving you the kit bit by bit so you can play around with it and add to it and get going on it. And so far you have got 3 pages. Put the third page on today. This is the first page. Let's come out a bit. That's the first page. That is the second page, and obviously they're interchangeable. And this is the third page that you got today. So use your imagination, see what you come up with. I'm sure you can come up with a better one than mine. So in the meantime, I'll show you a little bit of what my process was. I'm going to score down this line here where I've left myself a little side tab so that I can fold it over. You get a much crisper line when you do it that way. And then I can attach the next page to it there. Which I will do with the glue. Getting really to the end of this bottle. I've thinned it out with some solvent, i.e. nail varnish remover, and that makes it come out a bit easier because it does get very gloopy when it gets to the end. Unfortunately, when the glue all goes to the end, then when you go to stand it up like that, it's unstable and often falls off. It's all sent to try you, isn't it? I think I'll do this way. Push that up. I'll just let that dry and then I'll trim it at the top. It doesn't have to all be the same size, obviously, but for my purposes today it will be. I'm going to have to clean my scissors as well because I've got some sticky on there and they're resisting me at every turn. And so on the back I'm going to put a bit of the dark red. Which I like. Let's get that glued up. Could also do this with the double-sided tape. The thing with that is you have to be really clever to get it exactly right because it doesn't take any prisoners. And if you put it a little bit off centre, you've got no wriggle room. Whereas this way you have there we are, and when that dries I can cut the bit at the bottom off. I'm going to make a tuck spot with this lettering. So I'm going to glue along there, down the side and along the bottom. So easy to do it wrong, isn't it? Glue the wrong side. It sticks best when you let it get a little bit tacky, this glue. I suppose that's why it's called tacky glue. There we are. So now something can be tucked in there, see, like that. And because it's lettering, it would be good to put a secret message in there, wouldn't it? Cut this off now. Okay. So I've got some of this paper with the brick background, which will be available in the kit. And I'm just going to use my ruler here to get the right width for the tab. Make a score line down there like that. That's right. Maybe do it a bit more harder. That's better. I'm going to mark that. Keep all the bits because they're always handy. That's going to be the next page, which I think goes rather nicely with the red. Decide whether to have that as a tuck spot. I suppose it wouldn't hurt, would it? Or if that's going to be the front, then I need to leave that. Well, let's leave it. Come on, glue. There it comes. That should be enough. I'll hold that down still for a minute. I think that's stuck now. So we're building it up nicely, aren't we? Now I've got some of this fake blood spray, which I got one Halloween time, and I thought I'd give the target a little spray with that. Sometimes the spies get shot, don't they? Or if they don't get shot, then the people they're chasing, they get shot. So the trouble with this is it's very prolific. So whereas I'm aiming for a small bit in the middle, I'm probably going to end up with too much. But I've got the paper underneath, so I can use that for something else. And my mucky tray that I do all sorts on, like the coffee beans. Yep, that worked pretty well, didn't it? But now I have to wait for it to dry, and that could take overnight. So I'm going to have to be patient, aren't I? So that's that. We'll put that to one side. Right, so I'm back to the front of this, which is dried now. And I'm going to use this piece of ephemera. I'm going to stick that on there. But before I do, I'm going to just ink it over. Because the edges are a bit stark, aren't they? So I'm going to make it stand out a little bit more. Now, have I got enough glue? There should be enough in there. It's so expensive that you really want to use it up as much as you can. Not waste any. Have to excuse the shadows and everything. It's still very dark here, and it's still very stormy as well today. We had this terrible storm yesterday. A gust up to 122 miles per hour on the Isle of Wight, not here luckily, but the south of England got the worst of it yesterday. And unfortunately we copped it in the street. I didn't see anybody else losing any ridge tiles, only us. But there were quite a few fences down. I'm going to lay that on its side. Right, so here we go. I think it looks better if I do it at the end. Then I can put something else at the bottom there. Yeah, so that's that. Okay. I'll wipe that sticky off before I cut it. There we are. On to the next thing now.